That's our latest look at the news. Win Damon here, and we have a guest on the line with us, Sean Seaberg, and he is with the Haverhill Hitmen semi-pro football team. And Sean, welcome on the radio, WHAV. Nice to have you here.
It's great to be here. We appreciate you guys letting us be on and hang out for a minute.
Well, I'd love to hang out and talk football. Now, the Haverhill Hitmen. I remember when it first came out that the Hitmen were coming back, or semi-pro football was coming back to Haverhill, and you're one of the guys responsible for that.
Correct. We semi-pro football hasn't been in Haverhill for about 15 years or so, and I actually was on some of those teams that were around back then. So it's pretty exciting to have a team back here again and get the city excited to do this, to come watch some football.
Now, so you played 15 years ago. That means you're probably not going to play this year, right?
I might play a little bit here and there.
Well, that's a great thing. That means you're staying in shape. Now, tell us, the Haverhill Hitmen, they had the big game, the season opener tomorrow, and it's going to be at Haverhill Stadium at 6 o'clock. And tell me what you have planned.
Well, we're just going to play some football. You know, this is about people who love the game, and that's why they continue to do it. You know, we're not out here with big contracts or anything. But we got kids coming out of high school. We got kids coming out of college. We got guys who just love the game, who have played it for a while now, who have been in the league. And we're just going to go out there and play the best ball we can. We're starting this organization, from scratch, completely this year, and we're really excited. We've got a lot of guys who are really excited. We're getting a good culture, a good atmosphere within our team, and now within the community. We got good sponsors and everything. Everyone's really doing great at doing their job and pitching in. So it should be really, really exciting.
Now, you mentioned the league, and that's the New England Football League, and that's been around for a while.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, NEFL's been around 25 years now. Funny thing is, we just picked up a kicker. He's one of the best kickers in the league, who actually played in the first game of the season for the NEFL back in 1994.
Was it George Blanda? Is that
right?
Well, how about that? And then you mentioned that you also you have some sponsors too.
Yeah, we have a few different sponsors. Lasting Room's one of our main sponsors, so we're going to be going there after the games. And hanging out with those guys, having a good time, kind of trying to relax after the games. We got Hidden Pig, we got WHAV, landscaping. We have a bunch of different sponsors. I don't know them all off the top of my head, but yeah, we can get those for you next time I'm on. And I'll have a whole list for you.
All right. Well, that's important. You probably have the game plan in your head. Now, tell me about you mentioned you have the kicker. Any particular players stand out in your mind that we can look forward to seeing performing tomorrow night?
Yeah, I mean, we got a lot of great young talent, and we have guys who are experienced. Guys that have won championships within the NEFL and stuff. Tim Nutter, our quarterback, he's a Haverhill resident, Haverhill firefighter. He's someone you could look forward to watching. Nate Allen's our linebacker. He's an excellent athlete. I've loved playing next to him the past few years. Who else we got on there? I mean, we got our kicker. Like I said, he's played since the beginning of time, and he's been very reliable for all the teams that he's played for. And we got, again, a slew of young guys who they just do work. They're eager to play ball, and I'm eager to watch them play, to be quite honest. I want to see what they can do. I want to see what they do when it's game time, and I want to see them just come out and hit some people, score some touchdowns.
All right. Well, I'd love to hit people, and tomorrow is going to be a warm one, so I'm sure that they'll all take precautions, right?
Yeah. We're trying to get the guys all to load up on the Pedialyte for last 24, 48 hours before the game. We're going to kind of take it easy, lay low, and we're going to rotate guys in throughout the whole game so we have enough players to rotate everyone in. And we're hoping that, the fans will come out and do their part, and even if they just come for the first half or the second half, they can get out to those, what are those, at the water parks. You guys have the water cannons. They can bring some cups of ice, bring their water, their misters, and come hang out for a little bit, say hi, make some noise, and just have a good time.
Yeah, it should be a good night tomorrow night. 6 o'clock is the kickoff, and that's going to be at Haverhill Stadium. And before we came on the air, we were talking about the ticket prices, very, very affordable.
Yeah, absolutely. It's $7 for adults. It's free for kids under 12, and for any military vets of any kind, it's $5. So it's really affordable. If people come out, it's for a good cause. It's what we're doing here. We're looking to put back into the community, and we're looking to build an organization where we can give back to the community any way possible over the years, and that's what we're trying to get accomplished.
All right, we're talking with Sean Seaberg from the Haverhill Hitmen semi-pro football team, and the season opener is going to be tomorrow night, 6 o'clock at Haverhill Stadium, and take on the Mass Warriors. Now, do you guys scout the opponents at all?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Mass State Warriors, they actually picked up a really good quarterback, so we've been keeping an eye on him. I played against him before. He's kind of a Brady-esque guy. He's good at releasing the ball. He's good at reading defense and stuff like that. So we've been keeping our eye on everything, and we always study all of our game film. It's a little tricky because last year's teams usually change so much to each year to year, but as the season goes on, that film becomes more and more important that we get on the other teams.
Hey, you talked about playing. Now, what position do you play? And give us a little background on your history.
I've played and coached in this league over the past 16 years, and I play running back, linebacker, and I've played basically every position you could play aside from quarterback. Mm-hmm. So it's just I've been playing football for 24 years, 25 years, and I think this is my last year, but I'm happy to have it be with Haverhill and a team that's back in Haverhill.
Oh, that's great. And talk about the coaching staff. What do you have there?
We got Emilio, who's our head coach. Emilio's actually, I met him when I first got in the league back 16 years ago, something like that. And he's coached a bunch of teams at this point. He's got a lot of experience. So he's coached at all levels, and he's coached in big games and stuff like that. We have Jeremiah Aragia. I always say his last name wrong. And he's a defensive coach, and he's a Haverhill guy, so he played for Haverhill a few years back. Who else we got? We have those are our two main coaches. We have some assistant coaches as well. We have Blaine. Blaine's our offensive coordinator. He's a great guy. He's going to be calling the plays. Aside from that, we have some other guys helping out, but we're building up that staff as well. We actually do have a lot of guys helping out coaching, so it's a good thing.
All right. Well, Sean, we'll have to get you back on again. I'm sure you'll have some fundraisers all throughout because you're a nonprofit organization. You'll have some fundraisers too, right?
Yeah, we have some stuff in mind. We did a golf tournament recently. We have I think another tournament we have coming up. We're thinking about doing some type of card tournament, something like that. We have a few different fundraisers coming up that we'll probably try to accomplish throughout the season. It's a little bit more difficult in season, but we're going to keep doing that throughout the year at all times.
All right. Well, Sean, thank you so much. We will get you back on, all right?
Yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Oh, my pleasure to have you. Sean Seaberg, who's one of the co-owners of the Haverhill Hitmen semi-pro football team. They are going to be opening up their season with the New England Football League tomorrow night, 6 o'clock at Haverhill Stadium. And when they take on the Mass Warriors. Should be a good time. It is 8:19 here on the Wave, 97.9 WHAV FM.
Last year, WHAV helped 10,000 nonprofits by broadcasting community spotlight messages.